You know that feeling? You're planning a vacation, you're excited, but there's that one nagging anxiety in the back of your mind.
The who is going to watch the dog panic. Oh, I know it well.
Exactly. And, most of us don't just drop our pets at the first place we see. We turn into, like, private
We
investigators.
do. And today we're looking at a source, a case study from Samyak Online, a digital agency that argues that whole investigation has moved online completely.
Right. They've been in this game for over 2 decades, and their whole argument is that for pet boarding centers, for animal shelters, standard advertising is, well, it's dead.
It is. They say survival now depends on mastering some pretty serious tech, specifically things they call AI SEO and LLM SEO.
Okay, before we dive into all the acronyms, let's just touch on their main idea. Visibility is trust. But it feels a little bit like a marketing slogan to me, though.
It does, but there's logic to it.
I mean, do people really equate a high Google ranking with safety? If I'm leaving my dog somewhere, I feel like I'd want a personal referral first.
You'd think so, but speed is a huge factor now. Samyak's point is that if a kennel doesn't show up immediately when you search for, say, pet boarding near me,
They lose the click.
I don't just lose the click, they lose credibility. In that instant, if you're not there, you're not even part of the conversation.
So if you're not on the digital map, you you just don't
In a
exist.
very real sense, yes. And this hits everyone. We're talking luxury pet hotels, vet link shelters, even, stray dog rescue centers.
Okay, so let's get into the mechanics. How do they open that digital door? The source talks about a big shift to AI SEO. Is that just a new name for regular SEO?
It's more of an evolution. It's about how we search. We stopped searching like robots a long time ago, right?
Right.
You don't type kennel downtown. You ask your phone, where's the best overnight stay for a nervous dog?
So the algorithm has to actually understand the intent behind nervous dog and best day, not just match keywords.
Precisely. But the real leap here, and I think this is the part that's most important, is something they call LLM SEO.
Large language model SEO. So we're talking about optimizing for chatbots, for things like ChatGPT.
Exactly. So imagine a user asks an AI, recommend a safe dog shelter near me. How does the AI decide? It doesn't know what's safe unless the data is structured perfectly for it.
So how do you do that? It's not like you can buy an ad on ChatGPT. Not yet, anyway.
You do it with something called schema markup. Think of it like you're handing the AI a super detailed digital business card that it can read and understand in a nanosecond.
You're embedding code that says, this is a fact. We are a licensed animal shelter. We are not a pet store.
Yes, you're feeding it verified facts so it doesn't just make something up.
So it doesn't hallucinate.
That is the perfect way to put it. You're forcing the model to see you as a correct, verified answer. This ties right into another concept they mention, entity optimization.
That one just sounded like buzzword soup to me. What on earth is an entity?
It's basically reputation management for robots. An entity is just a concept, a brand, a place. Optimization means you're actively building connections in the search engine's brain between your shelter and concepts like trustworthy, humane, or licensed.
So it's less about having the word trust on your website a bunch of times and more about the AI conceptually understanding that you are a trusted place.
Exactly. And they have proof this works. They mention a client, Nami Nakesh, who saw his site health scores jump into the green zone just from fixing these technical background issues.
And that technical foundation is what allows the human stuff to actually work, right?
Yeah,
Because the source does eventually pivot back to people.
it has to. I mean, once you've satisfied the robots, you still have to convince the humans. That's where the local focus comes in. Google business profiles, maps,
Because adoptions are intensely local.
and emotional, which is why they push using social media for adoption stories, pet success cases. But those stories only land if the reviews back them up.
It's this whole ecosystem then. You need the cold hard code to get found by an AI.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the warm fuzzy stories to actually get a family to come through the door.
That's the balance. For these places, this isn't just about marketing. It's literally a lifeline connecting animals with a community.
It does make you wonder, though, as we rely more and more on AI to, recommend things to us.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
What happens to the amazing, loving shelter that has, zero budget and zero time for LOSEO? Do they just become invisible to the next generation of pet owners?
If this trend continues, they just might. And that's a problem we really haven't solved yet.
Something to chew on. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.